Americans used to think of sparkling water as a luxury at fancy restaurants or simply a European indulgence. Well, LaCroix, a flavored sparkling water, is changing all of that. In the past couple years, the brand has developed a loyal following and a very solid social media presence. LaCroix sales have exploded, like a shaken can of soda, you might say, and well-known brands like Pepsi and Coke are trying to play catch-up. To explain this craze, we're joined by Adweek staff writer Katie Richards. Katie, this is a subject close to my heart as a flavored soda drinker.
Okay.
How did LaCroix, which is not my brand of choice, how did it take off in this way?
I think there's a couple things about it that really stand out. One is that they have a wide variety of products, so there's a lot of different flavors. There's something for everyone. And another thing is that it's very eye-catching on the shelf. It's not like anything that you see. There's a lot of color to it. It kind of feels a little bit artistic in a way. And it's not like a Pepsi or a Coke that you would see on the shelf. There's a lot of intrigue behind it.
I think the cans are beautiful. Some people online have commented that they're the ugly cans, but I disagree. I feel like if this trend continues and people drink this regularly and it's not just a fad, it could be one of those iconic cans that when the obituary is written for the designer, he's remembered as a kind of pop artist.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. I think a lot of people have likened it to like a PBR almost because, you know, it's not something that traditionally has advertising around it, but the can is iconic. And so you see this LaCroix and it's, you know, it's a mash of color, but it really stands out and it's actually pretty beautiful and it photographs really well, which is great.
And to what extent is the popularity of LaCroix part of a branding effort on their part, and to what extent is it just simply people are tired of Coke, Pepsi, and sugary sodas?
I think the health part of it is a big thing. People these days really want a product that's natural. There's no calories, there's no sweetener. So that's a big factor in it. And you know, with everything that's going on with, you know, people seeing the health risks with diet sodas, like a Diet Coke or a Diet Pepsi, I think that's a big part of it. But also the fact that they don't do any traditional advertising is really appealing to a younger generation, to Gen Z, to millennials. They don't want to feel like something is forced on them. So a product like the LaCroix it makes you feel cool because, you know, maybe not your dad, your mom doesn't know about it, but you feel like, you know, I'm cool, I have this product. You can share it with your friends. I
imagine the LaCroix social media editor is watching this right now and cringing because we are making it too popular.
I don't know about that.
It's too obvious now.
I mean, I think, you know, their social media and word of mouth has been the key for them. And I think that's probably a testament to the work that they're doing. So hopefully they feel good about it.
Right, but it's a delicate balance, right?
It's true,
there's peak, and then there's saturation, and then there's the decline.
Right.
The company behind it, National Beverage, sounds deliberately obscure.
Yeah.
What do you know about it?
I mean, to be very honest, I didn't know a whole lot about it before LaCroix because they really very much distance themselves from the products that they own. Whereas, you know, a Dasani, you know who's behind it, and you know when you see their sparkling beverage on the shelves that they're probably doing it because sparkling water is a trend now and they just want to be in that market. So it's it makes it feel more authentic, and for a younger generation, it feels cooler.
What do you see Coke and Pepsi doing to play catch up here?
So yeah, Coke and Pepsi have both done their own thing. Pepsi has the Dasani sparkling beverage, and you know, you see the can and you compare it to a LaCroix, and it's very much, the Dasani can is very standard. It doesn't really stand out. And I believe Coca-Cola has a Smart Water. They're making that sparkling. So it's almost like, you know, they're not trying hard enough to be innovative. They're just taking what they have and kind of putting it in a box that fits with the trend that's happening. Whereas with National Beverage Corp, you don't really know a lot about them, so it feels more authentic.
Have we reached the end of sugar soda as a mainstream, popular, American, iconic, every kind of picnic it's going to be there? Like, is it jumped the national shark kind of like smoking did at a certain point, or is it just a temporary blip?
I don't think you're going to see something like a Coke product ever go away. Part of that is going to be because they're going to continue to put so much money behind their advertising and sponsor big events like the Olympics. So it's never really going to go away. But I think they should be a little concerned about, you know, something like a LaCroix that is very authentic and young and fresh and new.
And whoever you are, LaCroix can designer, we applaud you, sir.
You're great. Yeah,
or ma'am. Yeah, very pretty. Katie Richards from Adweek, thank you very much.
Thank you.